Hello, roadies. Margie and Zach here.
I,
How are you? Good to see you guys again. Although I'm not seeing you, you're seeing me. That's weird. Just wanted to say a couple things, guys. We just had the most awesome movement meeting. I know you guys have gotten a lot of phone calls, a lot of franticness, all these things that need to be done right away. If you're getting that and you're feeling overwhelmed, well, number one, that's what you signed up to do, and so you're normal. And number two, it's because we are frantic. We are coming down to some serious deadlines here. Schools for schools. It's going to take a miracle to get what we have to get, what we've committed to get. The November 18th deadline with senators, we have to get that. This bill is crucial. We have to get the money in from Try. We have to get your merch counts. We have so much stuff to get done. So Friday is going to be a really big day. 3 weeks left on the road. You guys can do it. And if we're being frantic towards you guys and piling stuff on, no, it's because we just had this awesome meeting and we've been talking about how much more we trust you, and we know that you're capable of doing it now. Where I feel like a couple weeks ago, I know you guys were like really grinding to get your numbers up, and that's really reflecting, and we're really appreciative of it, and we're all doing it together, and you guys are really proving your stripes. So we know you can do it, and so in the end, I don't know, we're just getting more and more proud of this tour and you guys. So good job. That being said, Zach has a couple things to add about Schools for Schools, and we're going to tell you Friday is a big day. So get ready. The rest of this week's intense.
all right, Schools for Schools. We had a huge day on Monday. We did about 30 grand, biggest day so far this year. It was really exciting. That brings our total up to over 70,000. Obviously, still a long ways to go, but we're going to make it happen. There's a November promotion that goes live on Thursday. The video is already up on iTunes and YouTube. We want every school in the program to raise $500 by the end of November and get it up on the site. Schools that raise over $1,000, we're going to send a mystery box. No one really knows what that means, but we'll send them something. And the school that raises the most money between Thursday and December 1st wins a bonus trip to Uganda. Regardless of if they win their cluster or not, it's a 1 month competition with inside of the greater competition. We've never done it before. We're really pumped on it. It's going to be huge. So get your school psyched on that. When you go to a new school a new high school that we've never toured to or we didn't tour to last fall, play go for them, okay? We're going to switch it up. No more rescue at new high schools, only strictly go. Just to give Schools for Schools a little extra love, and it's a great introduction to Invisible Children. And I'm sure y'all be psyched to watch something besides the rescue or Together We're Free. Stick with the original update you've been using all tour though. The last thing on Schools for Schools is we need you to fill out those spreadsheets about your schools that are actually signed up for the program. A few of you still haven't, and that's just unacceptable. We need those in immediately. We need to know who those top schools are so we can focus on them. We have about 250 schools we're focusing on right now, but we know there's some more with some real potential out there. So let us know who those schools are. If you have any questions, contact your Schools for Schools intern.
Okay, next thing is we're not entirely sure if you guys are still watching these, and so if you've watched this far, I want you to pause it and change your GChat status to Margie I Suck, okay? And then come back and watch the rest of this for very important more information, okay? So that'll be really funny because we'll get to see all the people who are watching it. So if your teammate hasn't seen it, don't tell them. Next, Try. I know you guys have gotten frantic phone calls about Try. Last month, because we weren't vigilant on not letting these pile up, we've lost over 10 grand in it. That is a lot of work that you guys have done, a lot of resources we've poured into making Try work. To not collect on that 10 grand, it's like someone walking away from the merch table with a couple t-shirts and never charging them. You'd never let that happen. So that being said, you should have taken care of any pile of Try that you already have. But before Friday, you need to have every single Try entered into Kintera and in Salesforce. And there's no more grace period. There's no more building up. Immediately after your screening, one of you guys need to go and enter all of those one by one, and they need to be in there. You cannot go to sleep until all of your Tries have been entered. It's like the one thing we've put so much into Try. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, we're giving away too much." You can't do that anymore. And I'm sorry I didn't stress that more in training, saying that's a mandatory thing. But I mess up. So That being said, you have to do it. And so you need to fill out your spreadsheet every single day so that Laren is confident, because we've let them build up so much, he's not confident in us anymore. So every other day, team leaders, you're responsible for throwing those numbers up there. How many how many you have unentered, which hopefully should have a balance of 0. But don't just write that in there, because we just need to know the truth. And then because we can see that variance, we need to know if Salesforce is down. And then also the ones that are illegible, we need to just know the variance. So please do that. Merch is your next thing.
All right,
Number
merch.
3.
Merch. We know you all are struggling. Like you're a little short. For us to fix that, we need to know exactly what's in your van, and there's a discrepancy between what really is in your van and what's on Salesforce. And so we are sharing a Google Doc with you that we need you to have filled out by Friday at noon our time. You have to do a hand count of all your merch. So empty your vans out, tell us every single thing that's in there, and make sure you look all the way down to the bottom of the doc, because we've also included blank, try, and Obama cards. We need to know how many of those you have so we can keep you stocked as well. So Friday at noon our time, that's a hard deadline because we need to be able to support you. We need to know what you have, and that's what we want to do, is get you as much merch as possible.
A lot of times, like, the RMs are coming back to us knowing that you guys are like grappling for everything you can. You're trying all that you can. You're being ingenuitive at the merch tables to hawk all that merch that you have, and then you're running out. And the way that we can support you is getting those numbers and then replenishing you. So this is our way, so to help you and support you to meet the goals. You guys have poured a ton into this tour. We don't want you to come back. I feel like some of you guys are like, oh, we're not hitting our goals or whatever. We don't want you guys to feel that way either, and I want you to feel successful, so this is our best way to do it. And the last thing is arrest warrant cards. We were here pretty late last night. How much time we have? Okay. We were here pretty late last night entering cards for a bunch of hours. We had 75 volunteers. Almost the entire staff stayed. Even Ben Kesey was in there. We're watching Office episodes and doing manual data entry. Real fun, right? But we took those off your hands. You guys should know how annoying they are. But they're still backing up on us. And that being said, we're trying to have a good schedule made of how close we can get to the number that we have and to reach our goals. And in order to do that, we need to know how many you have in your van. And so that I can make a good projection of how we're going to get all of these filled out. Do we need to take an entire day? Do we have to get like 1,000 volunteers in here? Like, what do I have to do? I'll do it. But I just need to know the numbers I'm working with. So that being said, I need you guys to count how many Obama cards, how many filled out arrest warrants that you have. Now, that being said, don't go 1, 2, 3. Measure a stack, a couple inches high. Where's my webcam? Couple inches high, and then, stack it out. And but another thing, don't tell me you have 1,000. That it would be very rare for you to have exactly 1,000. Make a good estimate and take some time and put into it by stacking up those cards, maybe even wrapping them. And then on Friday, I need you to send them in, guaranteed by Tuesday, so that we can have those to enter again on our Tuesday night entering times. And we might add another day in there, but I need them as fast as possible. Don't overnight them or anything. And I need the count. So 4 things: schools for schools. You need to fill out all that stuff. You need to play Go at new high schools and just start transitioning your mind. We're going to have a blast that last month, but it's going to be intense. I need you guys to fill out that Google Doc every other day, and I need you to enter your try cards immediately. The 31st is coming up, and there's no exception. I don't really like deterrence anymore because we're all in this together, and you guys have proven yourselves to just be such part of the teams. And then the merch count, we need the manual count, and I need your arrest warrant counts, how many you have, and then I also need them sent back. Finally, if you've listened to this entire message and you didn't just stop it after I said it, I want you to put in your GChat status, "You're welcome for not sucking, Margie." Okay, so those of you guys who half-assed it and only watched half the video are gonna have the wrong GChat status. Okay, that's all. We're gonna hit our deadline here. Bye.